is I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man. And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man.
Military person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we had to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death.
This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second. And I've known him for years. The Brzezinskis have known him for 50 years.
All right. Welcome to the show, and we are back. It is Monday, December 8th, and we're ready to rock and roll. Hello, Jennifer. What is up? What's happening? We got Trump doing an announcement. This is live just moments ago. It just started, so I'm going to hit play on this. Let's get going.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for being here as we take a very vital action to protect and defend American farmers and reduce prices for the American consumers. And we've done that in so many different fields, and this is a little bit of a different field, but we're bringing prices way down. We inherited a total mess from the Biden administration, the highest inflation in the country's history, and very, very high prices, and prices are coming down, and they're very, very far down on energy. Energy's come. In fact, we hit a very important number, sacred number. We had 3 states in the last 2 days, reported by our energy group, a group of very strong energy people, who said we hit $1.99 a gallon in 3 different states, and that's an amazing accomplishment because the gasoline prices are coming down. When gasoline comes down, everything, it's such a big category that when gasoline comes down, sort of everything sort of follows. But we inherited a mess. Affordability, but you can call it affordability or anything you want, but the Democrats caused the affordability problem, and we're the ones that are fixing it. So it's a very simple statement. They caused it, we're fixing it, and they have a tendency to just say this election's based on affordability, and nobody questions them, John. You know, nobody says, oh, well, what do you mean by that? But they just say the word. They never say anything else because they caused the problem, but we're fixing the problem. And we're pleased to be joined today by many of the wonderful members of the farming community, as well as the Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins. Brooke, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Thank you very much, Scott. Senator John Bozeman. Thank you, John. Good job. John Hoeven. Thank you, John. And Deb Fisher. Thank you very much. As well as Representative Austin Scott, who's been with us right from the beginning. Thank you, Austin. Good job. I'm delighted to announce this afternoon that the United States will be taking a small portion of the hundreds of billions of dollars we receive in tariffs. We are making a lot of money from countries that took advantage of us for years. They took advantage of us like nobody's ever seen. Our deficits are way down because of tariffs. I guess because of the election. Because without the election, you wouldn't have tariffs. You'd be sitting here losing your shirt. But with
What's up, guys? What's up, Tamara, Mac, Jennifer again, and also Instagram. I'm going to read this back on Instagram. Liverpool says, hello, God bless to the greatest president that America has ever had, President Donald Trump, the Great White Hope.
Beta! The Great White Hope.
Hit the wrong button there. Great White Hope.
The Great White Hope.
They also say that America's ever had, Donald Trump, live, respect from Liverpool, England. Dude, England also needs to be saved, man. We got lucky with this last election with Donald Trump. Hopefully, England can be saved as well. Let's go.
we're taking in billions. We're really taking in trillions of dollars, if you think about it, Scott, because the real number is, you know, when you think of all the money being poured into the country for new auto plants and all of the other things, AI. So what we're doing is we're taking a relatively small portion of that, and we're going to be giving and providing it to the farmers in economic assistance.
Mac, you are absolutely right. We are back, baby. We are back. There was some kind of technical issue that we had with YouTube, and it looks like it's all fixed now, and our viewership is back, bro. So was a little bent out of shape there because it happened on my birthday on the 5th of December, and or just before that. So it's all good. We're back. Everything's solid, and let's go, baby.
And we love our farmers, and as you know, the farmers like me, because based on voting trends, you could call it voting trends or anything else, but they're great people. They're the backbone of our country. So we're going to use that money to provide $12 billion in economic assistance to American farmers. $12 billion is a lot of money, Merrill. What do you think? Peanuts for you, though, right? Peanuts. She's a farmer of rice. This relief will provide much needed certainty to farmers as they get this year's harvest to market and look ahead to next year's crops, and it'll help them continue their efforts to lower food prices for American families. And again, we inherited something that we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country, and we're taking care of it. Farmers are an indispensable national asset, part of the backbone of America. I've always felt it so strongly. They're so important. Unfortunately, under Sleepy Joe Biden, he's a sleepy guy. Our farmers were crushed by the worst inflation in modern history and crippling restrictions on energy, water, and countless other necessities for farmers. And what they did to the farmer in terms of putting the brakes on was just absolutely unacceptable. In my first term, we had an agricultural trade surplus by a lot. We had a big surplus, meaning we were exporting American agricultural products all over the world, making a net profit, and in many cases a very substantial profit. He came in and ruined it. Biden turned that surplus into a gaping agricultural deficit that continues to this day, but we're knocking it down. It's starting to go very good. In fact, China, as you know, is buying a tremendous amount of soybeans, and the number, I spoke with President Xi recently, very recently, and I think he's going to do even more than he promised to do. So I think the relationship is a very good one. I think he's going to do more than he promised to do, and what he promised to do is a lot. So we're very happy with that. In the last year, Biden bankruptcies rose by 55%, having to do with farms. So farm bankruptcies under Joe Biden went up 55%. That's not good. But now we're once again in a position where a president is able to put farmers first. But unfortunately, I'm the only president that does that. On day one, I terminated the Green New Scam. Energy prices are down. Gasoline prices are down. We've slashed record numbers of crippling regulations, and we're working on huge trade deals, already securing $60 billion in agricultural purchase commitments. And Biden made none. He didn't make any trade deals having to do with the farmers or any of it. It's crazy.
Random, bro. What is up, man? Yeah, and you got the notification. Let's go, baby. We are back, bro. Back from the dead. Let's go.
Kind of committed. He was the worst president in the history of our country. I guess anybody is.
He says, your goofy face is back on my subscription feed. Let's go, baby.
Any questions? China committed to over $40 billion of soybean purchases, and that's a commitment. And I asked President Xi if he could even up it, and I think he'll do that. I mean, not a commitment. The $40 billion is a commitment, but the soybean farmers are quite happy. Since my successful meeting in South Korea with President Xi, purchases have been made and soybeans are being exported out of the United States to China as we speak. And I say that our soybeans, I told this to President Xi, our soybeans are more nutritious than competitors. Somebody said, is that a Trump statement or is that real? In fact, you know who asked me that question? President Xi asked me that question. He said, really?
What up, Stay Line, bro? We are back. We are back. And listen to this. Listen to Trump, bro. We're back with the Great White Hope, guys.
The Great White Hope.
Let's go, baby. Come on. Let's put this back.
Somebody said, is that a Trump statement or is that real? In fact, you know who asked me that question? President Xi asked me that question. He said,
right,
really?
baby.
I had never heard of it. And he was a food purchaser for a long time. But that's what I hear. And Japan agreed to $8 billion in purchases of corn, soybeans, ethanol, fertilizer, aviation, biofuel, and rice. You know, Japan never bought rice from anybody else. It's like a very important thing to them. And they agreed to buy rice, okay?
Absolutely.
So I also proudly signed into law the largest tax cuts in history, and the one big beautiful bill, the monumental tax relief bill that is benefiting very, very strongly, benefiting the American farmer. And I think also for farmers, we have, as you know, and we got this, the estate tax, or the death tax as they call it, on farmers, on small businesses. You don't have to pay it anymore. A lot of farms would, you love your children, and your children are great, and they want to be farmers, and you leave the farm and your children, and a lot of farms are, sort of cash poor, land rich, cash poor, and the kids would go to the local bank or to any bank, and they'd borrow money to pay the estate tax, and they'd end up losing the farm. They go bankrupt, and a lot of death too. Literally, because they love their farm and they love their business and they love that way of life, they end up committing suicide. A lot of suicides. We have no more estate tax. How about that? Do you have children?
I do.
Well, let them know. Now, if you love your children, then it's good. If you don't love your children, you don't have to leave them anything. It doesn't matter what I just said.
They're still young. I still love them.
I have a feeling you love them.
I still love them.
I have a feeling you love your children. But the estate tax is a very big thing.
Yeah, Mac, Trump is live right now, bro. This just happened minutes ago, so we're kind of just scrubbing through it. So he's literally live as we speak.
So you don't have estate tax. You die, you leave your farm or whatever, or small business to your children, you don't have to pay estate tax. It seems to affect the farmer more than anybody else, because you can have a farm that's very valuable, and therefore you have to pay a big tax, but it's not a big value in terms of cash. Maximizing domestic farm production is a big part of how we will make America affordable again and bring down grocery prices for American families. And again, these are prices that we inherited. When I left, we were doing incredible. In 4 years, what they've done to this country and so many, and not even mentioning the border and the criminals allowed into our country and all of the others. So I just want to say it's a tremendous honor being with you. I'd now like to ask Secretary Rollins to provide some of the details, followed by Secretary Bessent, Director of the National Economic Council, Kevin Hassett, Senator Bozeman, Representative Scott, and then we go to a couple of the farmers' representatives, but we'll all get involved a little bit. You can speak. Anybody is shy to speak in front of the press, and I don't blame you if that's the case, but farmers, Court, Holub, and Merrill.
What's up, man? Dude, state line. I'm jealous of the snow, bro. I know you probably had enough of it, but I'm out here in California. I'm looking out at the sun. Dude, we're what, in the high 60s, low 70s? Probably mid 60s right now. Chilling, bro. We're looking for some snow so I can go to Arrowhead.
Merrill Kennedy will say a few words also, and then we'll have a little discussion, okay? Madam Secretary.
Thank you to the greatest boss in the world for a long time now. It's just an honor to be here. I'm going to keep my comments very short because I really want to make sure that you and the world gets to hear from our farmers. So a couple of quick points. Number one, this country and our farm economy is facing a crisis that we inherited that most
what is it? Fingas fines? Dude, I would love to make California red, and it's something that I'm actually working on as we speak. It's funny that you mentioned that. I am working on a few things to bring some major awareness to people that live in California. Californians like myself. I'm in SoCal, so yep. God Meg VTA says plenty of snow in northern Indiana. Yeah, bro, I know. You guys got good snow, bro, but we're in SoCal, so we don't get that. We got to wait for these special moments, and when it comes, we got to run up the mountain.
Of these farmers have not seen in their lifetime. Profitability is down. It's just one crisis after another. When we came into office, sir, when you did, and you were sworn in on January the 20th, as you mentioned, not one new trade deal had been struck in 4 years. The cost of inputs for our farmers, fertilizer up 36%, manual labor up 47%, interest rates up.
Dude, I'd love to go for some kind of political party position out here. somehow, some way, and work it and see how it goes. But I'm a little edgy for that whole thing. So I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing, bro. Look at Trump. He's going for. He went for it and he did it. Maybe it's good. We'll see.
Up 73%. When you combine the cost of inputs for our farmers, married to no new trade deals, and then you're facing an administration whose priorities were DEI, climate change.
Sorry for keep pausing it, but thank you, Fingas. Appreciate you subscribing. Thank you, all of you guys that are subscribing. I'm watching the number go up, and really appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting me.
Putting the farmer aside, I mean, it was an absolute war on agriculture and on our rural communities. That all changed on January 20th. So as, sir, we are working, and you have been just so resolute. I mean, these are our people. Rural America is the fabric of our country. This is the way of life that preserves the American dream for the next 250 years as we celebrate the first 250 years. So we began to go to work immediately. What these elected officials sitting across from us did with the One Big Beautiful Bill, with a lot of help and direction from you, was the largest investment in rural America in any of our lifetimes. We will begin to see that effectuated next year in 2026. As we have fought to bring input costs down, you have talked about, and even this weekend did an executive order, signed one, on looking into the reason that so much of these costs have been driven up over and over. Equipment, again, fertilizer, seed, et cetera, et cetera. We have to make sure we understand why that is. And then the continuing of the additional trade deals across the world. And no longer will America be held and beholden to the regime of other countries' tariff infrastructure. Instead, we are moving our products out across the world. Having said that, and we have been listening to the farmers for the last 10 months, 11 months, sir, that the bridge that is needed to get from the last administration.
Mac, thanks for mentioning that. Guys, if any of you are watching and you have something you want to say, feel free to hit us up. You can call in live. I'll put you on live. And you can say your piece. You can we can have a discussion. You can debate me on something. Or if you just want to shoot the shit, you're more than welcome to. So let us know if you want to. We'll do it.
Administration and what basically happened under the last president and the last U.S. Department of Agriculture to this new golden age for farmers, where instead of farming for government checks, they can farm to feed their family and sell their products and pass it on to the next generation, that this bridge is absolutely necessary based on where we are right now. So as the president said, we are very pleased to announce that today we are going to be effectuating an $11 billion bridge payment to our farmers. The money will move by February 28th of 2026, but by the end of this month, so just in the next couple of weeks, every farmer that is able to apply for it will know exactly what that number looks like. So as you are going to your lender, as you are working to ensure and understanding what you can plant for next year, you will have that number in hand. And we will continue to talk to our farmers, continue to understand exactly what this looks like and what is necessary. The final thing I'll say is
12 billion.
Well, we're holding $1 billion back. So today we are announcing $11 billion. We are holding $1 billion back just to ensure that we are covering. So today's announcement covers all of our row crops, but some specialty crops and others that we are still working with to best understand where they are in the farm economy and ensure that we're making every forward-moving position that we need to. And then finally, as we move to this new golden age for agriculture and for rural America, as we continue to fight for these farmers and ranchers, their way of life, and those that are represented here represent hundreds of thousands of farmers across this country. Just know that this president, I have never been around anyone who every time we talk, he asks, how are my farmers? Every single time.
Love that.
So we will never stop fighting. We will make sure that we're doing everything we can to ensure the next 250 years is just as bright, if not brighter, than the last. So thank you, sir.
Brooke. Thank you. And this money would not be possible without tariffs. The tariffs are taking in, hundreds of billions of dollars, and we're giving some up to the farmers because they were mistreated by other countries for, I don't know, maybe right reasons, maybe wrong reasons. They weren't. They were trying to show us something, and it's really worked out really well. But because of the tariffs, this is possible. The other thing I'd like to add before going to Scott, and I think it's very important, we're going to also give the tractor companies, John Deere and all of the companies that make the equipment, we're going to take off a lot of the environmental restrictions that they have on machinery. It's ridiculous. I know because I buy a lot of that machinery for different things. We have a lot of big clubs with, hundreds, thousands of acres. And I buy a lot of stuff, and you buy it, it's got so much equipment on it for the environmental, it doesn't do anything, except it makes the equipment much more expensive and much more complicated to work, and it's not as good as the old days. And we're going to take a lot of that nonsense off of the equipment, which is going to reduce, and we're going to do it, and we're going to say you're going to reduce the price.
Dude, someone in the chat mentioned Canada. Ayo Marino says, bro, this is awesome. Meanwhile, here in Canada, our government is so bad. One of our provinces, Alberta, wants to leave. LOL. Dude, I heard there's a lot of problems with Canada, dude. I just posted a video about, I'm going to put it up right after this, but I just posted a video about immigration and the invasion and how Obama and Hillary were doing that to get more voters and all that. And every one of those, not everyone, but I would say like 25 or 30% of the comments I got on that are about Canada. Literally about Canada, how Canada is going through or has already gone through the same problems that we did with mass invasion, mass immigration. And some say it's already too late. So I don't know. Are you guys feeling the same thing about Canada? Because dude, the response that I got about Canada was way more than I actually didn't even think about any responses coming about Canada. And I just got so many. I'm like, holy cow, this must be nuts.
Prices. We're not going to do it, and they're not going to reduce. They're going to have to reduce their prices because farming equipment has gotten too expensive. And a lot of the reason is because they put these environmental excesses on the equipment, which don't do a damn thing except make it complicated, make it impractical. And you really have to be, in many cases, you need about 185 IQ to turn on a lawnmower. Now, so we're going to take that off, that crap off that they put on Biden mostly. And we're going to take that off. So that's going to make that'll bring down the equipment prices a lot.
That's right.
And we're going to do that immediately. You're going to work with.
This is crazy. The same thing's happening in England. And now look at this in Canada. So DMC is saying, look at the state of that general in the Canadian Armed Forces. Racism is the most important thing to her, not national security. They are dumb AF. Dude, England, France, you could name half of Europe at this point, Canada, Australia. We could just keep going on and on and on. Everyone is getting crushed by wokeness, pretty much.
With Lee Zeldin, who's not here, is doing a fantastic job, and Lee is going to work that out. And that would be most of it. It's crazy. The machines, they're always under repair because they're so complicated that you can't fix them. The old days you used to fix it yourself. Now you can't do that. You have to be a PhD from, let's say, MIT. Okay, so we're going to get that done. Scott, please go ahead.
Good. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you to the farmers to join us today. And I will tell all of you here that
Hell yeah, bro. I can't wait for them to stop all this craziness with the cars. Bro, I'm a massive car geek. I've always been a car person since I was old enough to look at cars. And so I have a couple sports cars myself that are highly, highly regulated because of California emissions. They make me go through smog, not just regular smog, but actual what we call STAR test-only center smog stations every 2 years. And now it's almost every year. I have a BMW 1M and I have a Porsche 911. Similar to what you see behind me. And it's a major problem, bro. I literally have to go back and keep smogging and smogging and smogging and smogging. It's like, dude, you just smogged my car. Like,
either in
leave it
person
alone.
or when we are on a call with President Xi, the first thing the president asks him for is more soybean purchases.
That's right.
We don't talk about geopolitics. We don't talk about trade. It's about soybean
We
purchases.
don't even say hello. We immediately start. Soybean. We start with the soybean, please.
Could you do a little? It's always could you do a little more? So, and I think President Xi is the herd president.
Jonah says there's better places to live than in California, Medi. Dude, I can't, bro. I just can't. There's places I'd love to visit, but not live. I love the dry, clean, warm weather, almost year-round summer here in Southern California. I've been many places. There's lots of places I love them, bro. Love them. Like almost every, dude, I'd rather travel to anywhere in America than almost anywhere else. We have so much here, but I have to live in Cali, bro. And I'm not running away from this lunacy. I'm gonna stand up and push back against it, bro. I'm gonna push back.
Trump. This group represents an American way of life that has fed our nation and its spirit for hundreds of years. You are the caretaker.
I'm closer to coastal Southern California, closer to the ocean, so it is cleaner where I am, to be honest. But yeah, a little smog here and there is okay, bro. I can handle it. It says we don't want to leave California. We want to improve California. That's what I'm saying, bro. Too fast to track is on my wavelength on that, bro. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Caretakers of the most productive agricultural country on earth. You drive hundreds of billions of dollars in exports, support millions of jobs, and keep America's economy running strong. And this administration is committed to keeping it that way. By putting farmers first, President Trump is ushering in a new golden age for agriculture. The president's $11 billion relief package for America's farmers comes at a critical time. These direct payments will give producers the breathing room they need to market this year's harvest and plan for next season. This serves as a liquidity bridge during a period of adjustment, supporting the strongest agricultural sector in the world. Add this to the president's success in reining in Biden-era inflation, thanks to the administration's pro-growth policies. Input costs like fuel and fertilizer are easing, and credit conditions are improving. Interest rates are coming down, helping farmers prepare for the next harvest. President Trump scored a massive victory for America.
Dude, I got a haircut in 30 some minutes, so I hope but you know how Trump is, bro. He's gonna go on and on, so it's gonna go around this table and then it's gonna go back to him. But Trump says the funniest shit at the end of these meetings, bro. I just posted a good one from his last time he had this cabinet meeting, but let's see what he says.
America's farmers when he secured an arrangement with President Xi in Busan to reopen China's markets to U.S. agricultural exports, especially soybeans, sorghum, and other commodities. Under this framework, China committed to purchase at least 12 million metric tons of U.S. soybeans this growing season, followed by a minimum of 25 million tons annually for the next 3 years. And it's not just China. At the president's direction, Treasury, USTR, and the Department of Commerce have secured supplemental purchases of U.S. agricultural goods and major trade agreements across.
Look at this, bro. We got more people talking about Trump sleeping, bro. Trump does circles around every current Democratic leader in politics right now. Current leader, any of them. Pick anybody in the Democratic Party, and Trump does circles around them and has more energy than them. And they want to say, is Trump sleeping right now? Look at that, bro. Look. Where's that comment? Let me put it up, bro. Come on. Where are you at, bro? Is Trump sleeping? Where did they put that? Oh, man, I can't find it. It's gone. It's gone forever. Dang.
The world.
Trump is wide awake and he does circles around everyone else. And you guys on the left are talking about Trump and his, his energy levels, bro. He crushes, bro. Again, do we have to bring up Sleepy Joe?
To open new markets to America's farmers. The One Big Beautiful bill also delivered transformative benefits for America's small farmers. It locked in full expensing for farm equipment and 100% expensing for farm structures built during the president's term. I believe Representative Scott and a group in the House, we were originally just going to do
That's the one. I found it, bro. I found it. I was looking at the messages are, by the way, guys, if I'm looking here, I'm looking at I have like 2 or 3 different chats in this area right here. So I'm not like staring you down. I'm checking out chats. I'm reading chats in here. But dude, that's what is Trump sleeping? Come on, bro. Come on, dude. It's so lame when I see that, bro. It's so lame.
And they called us and said, you need to do farm structures too. And the president said, we're all in. And it extended and enhanced much needed relief from the punishing death tax, giving family farms greater certainty as they plan for the next generation. Mr. President, thank you for putting America first by putting your farmers first. Through pro-growth, pro-farm agenda, you are ushering in a new golden age of American agriculture, and Treasury is proud to help in this.
Thank you, Scott. You know what we'll do? We're going to go a little faster because the last meeting we had was 3 hours. We're the most trained.
He says, get off his nuts, Goofy. Bro, Trump is the great white hope, baby.
The great white hope.
And he does circles around everybody, bro. Everybody, dude. He does it. And Sleepy Joe was non-existent. They couldn't put him out in front of anybody, bro. The dude fell asleep at the United Nations, bro, in front of everyone.
Transparent group, so if we can go faster, it'll be great. And then we'll take some questions from the fake news. Is that okay? All right. Kevin, go real fast, Kevin.
Yeah, I could go really fast, sir. Yeah. Sir, the farm economy, you always ask me to just get a few numbers to put it in perspective. And as I've looked through the incredible performance of these people that work so hard and are such important people for keeping communities alive, the thing that struck me the most, because you and I were here in the White House during COVID, is that during those terrible COVID times, farm production didn't go down. Like these farmers, they went to work every day and they produced so much. But then Joe Biden came in, so we had COVID.
Love this guy. He's technical and he's awesome. He knows his shit and he knows his number. No, he knows he's good. But he always sounds like he's got a nasty cold or some kind of allergy or something, bro.
But farm production didn't go down. And then Joe Biden
His nose is complete. Bro, he had a long night. He partied hard last night, this guy.
Man.
But every night?
And he really wrecked the farm economy. And so during Biden's term, 150,000 farms closed, sir. 150,000 farms closed after we went through COVID and we didn't have a problem. Now, why did we do it? Why were we able to do that? I'm going fast.
What's up, bro? What's up from Germany? Hello, bro. Good. Andreas, what's happening, dude? Love Germany, bro. That's Germany right behind me, baby. Look at that. Look at that bad boy right there. That's Germany, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
First is that.
And Glasute? Do you know what that is, bro?
Yeah. The expenses for farms fell
dude.
5% while we were here because of all the things that we did, expensing and everything else. But under Joe Biden, they went up 13% because of all the regulations, energy, everything else. But the thing that really jumped out at me the most is because you had high growth and low inflation. Interest expense for the farm economy fell $120 million per year while you were there in the White House.
Clogged up.
But under Joe Biden, it increased by $8 billion per year. And so you wonder why it is that we need this $11 billion, maybe $12 billion to build a bridge loan to America's farmers. It's because we know how to fix it, but there really was a hole that was dug.
No, bro, it's subscriber mode only right now.
Pass it up.
That was quick. That's good.
Guys, it's subscribe mode only, so only people that are subscribed can chat. So if you're chatting with us, you're already a subscriber. Don't worry about it, bro. You're good.
Appreciate it. Senator? Please.
Yes, sir. No, thank you so much. Thank you for convening us this great announcement and all your hard work for farmers. I think I was reading the clips, and I think yesterday you talked about...
Thank you for the possible double sub, bro. Love you, dude. Thank you.
Mr.
What's
Secretary
up, Egypt? Are you? What's up from Egypt, bro? The guy says, "I'm Amrad. Huh? Are you Muslim from Egypt or a Christian?"
About farmers needing certainty, and which is so true. This bridge note is one of those things that provides certainty.
Dude, W England, bro. Hopefully you guys can save yourselves. We're really hoping, man. This guy says, hello from Reading, England. Where is he at? Oh, hi from Scotland, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Love you guys. I was just watching Farage, bro. Dude, did you guys know that they are postponing elections right now in England? They know that they're going to lose. They know that the lefties, or I guess in England, I don't know if it's left or not, but the Democrats or the wokies, the people that are woke in England, know they're going to lose to the conservatives. So they're postponing elections right now, currently. Can you believe that? It's absolutely wild. Guys, you got to save your country, man. Love you guys, dude. Please take your country back, man. Please, dude. Don't let it go. Don't let it go, dude. Love England, bro. We need you guys. Same thing with Canada. I know we talk shit, but we love you guys, bro. It's a sibling, friendship. Dude, we love you guys. Please save your countries, dude. Stand up, man. Honestly, I'm going to say this. If Trump didn't win this last election, nobody would have had a chance. Nobody in England, not Canada, nobody. But right now, Trump is the president for the next 3 years. After this, he's already been president for 10 months, bro, and we're already moving. And so England and Europe and Canada, you guys have a shot, dude. You got Trump. You got America saving freedom of speech. People in England and Europe are being put in jail for speaking their minds, but we're saving freedom of speech, guys. Please save England, bro. Save it, bro.
I also, as I was reading that, thought to myself, the one thing that farmers can be certain of is the fact that you've got their back, and you proved that through the years in the last administration and now this. I was giving a presentation to the Senate a while back, and I was talking about us having the cheapest, safest food supply of any place in the world. It's not just about the farmers in rural America. And so Marco Rubio was sitting by me prior to coming over here and becoming the great Secretary of State. But he punched me and said, John, always remind him, he was head of the Committee on Intelligence. He punched me and said, always remind him, food security is national security. So this is important for so many different reasons. And again, I appreciate you for recognizing that, not only now, but when you were campaigning in your first election, how you treated the farmers in your first administration, and now stepping up. So we look forward to helping you. If we need some additional help, looking to Congress or whatever, we'll be there for you. So
we're taking in so much money with the tariffs now that it's such a pleasure.
Guys, I put my chats and everything here, so it might look like I'm looking at you. Let me know if it's a little too creepy, but I'm not actually staring at you. It's literally just my chats, bro. So let me know if it is creepy. I'll move this shit, but I just thought it'd be better if I was looking towards the camera and not like out into outer space or some shit, So
without it, we wouldn't be able to help you. We're making our country, we're the richest country in the world now. And, we have a big decision. Hopefully we're going to get the right decision. It's such a big thing in the Supreme Court right now. We have a lot of bad people opposed to us, people that hate our country. Other countries are involved. Some real sleazebags that I know, political sleazebags. And
Trump is talking now. He's in political sleazebags. What's up, Bill Clinton? Bill Clinton just left Epstein Island. He's in Ghana now, bro. What's up, dude?
They're trying to take that away from us. And
let me go back.
We have other methods, but they're not involved. Some real sleazebags that I know, political sleazebags. Such a big thing.
We'll be there for you. So
what does it say
We're
here?
taking in so much money with the tariffs now that it's such a pleasure. Without it, we wouldn't be able to help you. We're making our country, we're the richest country in the world now. And, we have a big decision. Hopefully we're going to get the right decision. It's such a big thing in the Supreme Court right now. We have a lot of bad people opposed to us, people that hate our country. Other countries are involved. Some real sleazebags that I know, political sleazebags. And they're trying to take that away from us. And we have other methods, but they're not as powerful. They're not as quick. Some of the wars that I solved wouldn't have been solved using those methods. So it's a very important thing, the tariff. The decision of the Supreme Court's a very important thing. And Scott, we can do it other ways, but it's slow and it's cumbersome, and it doesn't have the power. It doesn't have the national security power that we have. So I hope we're going to be successful. That's all I can tell you. Austin, please. Thank you, John.
Yeah, Random, this is what I'm talking about, bro. People in England, they're getting arrested for word crimes, bro. And I think the sentencing for some of these, a lot of these, or the average sentencing is like 31 months or some specific number like that. It's pretty wild, dude. But we're trying, man. We're trying to save, well, in USA, we saved freedom of speech. So we'll see how it goes, bro. Hopefully you guys can keep it together in Europe and Canada.
First of all, President, thank you for the selection of Brooke Rollins as Secretary of Agriculture. That was a big first step.
Yes, that's the irony. Nick Robbins says, wasn't Orwell English? Yeah, so Orwell wrote that book 1982, guys. And it's crazy because he actually wrote the book and he literally told everyone about it. Back in the day, bro, he wrote this in the early 1900s or mid 1900s, and literally falling into that trap, bro. And State Line always talks about it. He talks about the what do you call it, electronic ID or whatever you call that thing. They're doing that in England as we speak, bro. Exactly. Orwell, exactly. State Line. Orwell warned us, bro. You're exactly right.
You want to keep her?
Absolutely.
Can I
absolutely
butt in and second that? She's not only her, but her staff does a tremendous job.
I agree.
And
remember eggs? Remember we came in and
absolutely.
Yep, digital ID, bro, on literally, and yeah, exactly, Random. The book is called 1984. If anybody wants to know or wants to do a quick read, this guy Orwell. If you don't know, you probably already know about this book, but George Orwell wrote the book 1984. It's a book called 1984, and it exactly talks about what we're going through right now. And they're doing digital ID literally in England. It's crazy, bro. It's wild shit.
The people in the media, I'm going to be nice, people in the media were 3 days into offices, you right? They say egg prices are up like 90%, more than that. And I said, I just got here. I didn't know about it. Anyway, she got those prices down to below what they were before. She's doing a great job. Now beef is starting to come down, and some other things are starting to come down. Again, we inherited these problems, but we're getting them down. Go ahead, please.
She's a fact-based decision maker, and the egg issue is where I learned about her. She said, we're not going to use a vaccine that doesn't work. We're going to develop a vaccine that does. And that is 100% what it takes. And so we have to make decisions based on facts. And President Trump, the trade issues, I want to thank you for exposing what other countries are doing to us.
Yep.
I want to mention one specifically for the benefit of Kevin and Scott. I hope they're paying attention to it, but the European Union deforestation regulation, where they are imposing on our landowners rules that were established for Brazil, and now they're telling the American farmer what they can and can't do on their own land through this European Union deforestation regulation.
What does it tell? Explain that.
They are telling the American farmer that if their timber is cut and they are going to use that land for pasture land or for production agriculture, that they will not take the timber or the byproducts from the sale of that timber. And I have talked with James a little earlier about we need to make it clear to Europe, Mr. President.
If you could give me a 2-paragraph statement on that, I will give that to them, and they will do what they have to do.
Yes, sir.
We're always helping them.
Orwell wrote that book way before 1984. I think he wrote it in like 1940 or something around then.
And they do this kind of stuff, and they pass little regulations that cost billions of dollars. It takes them 2 minutes to do it. They do it. Very tough. No good. You give me a couple of paragraphs. That's all. We don't have to do a lengthy study, and I'll get that changed fast. Okay?
Thank you very much, President. We love you.
It's incredible. It's incredible. I mean, every day it's something else.
A country that can't feed itself doesn't know what freedom is. And so thank you for making sure that our farmers have the tools that they need so that we as a country can feed ourselves.
Well, just what you said to me about, the European Union. I think that's the European Union, right? We have to be able to act quickly with tariffs. We can't just, go to a committee, go to a study that takes 7 months and talk. We got to be able to act quickly. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
John?
Jonah is right. It was written in 1948. I just looked it up.
Thank you. I think that's the message from Farm Country is thank you very much. In the Working Family Tax Relief Act, or as my young staffers call it, OB3, there is a tremendous amount for farmers and ranchers. You mentioned the credit as far as estate tax, which is so important. You analyzed it just right. But also in there,
So 4 daughters.
Their trade deal, so we'll...
Yeah,
But
we're solving this. Take care of it. It's so easy. So, do you have?
I'm kind of scrubbing through to where Trump talks, because he just goes nuts in these meetings. So I want to see what he says.
Any questions?
Yes, President Trump.
How about keeping it on farming?
Your team answered all of my questions.
So now he's taking questions, and he's so the reporters are going to ask him questions. He says, "How about keeping it on farming?" Because he knows they're going to go nuts, bro. They just want to they're going to ask any type of question to make him look bad. But let's see what he says.
Questions
Boats.
on farming, but I do.
Do you have a farm
Mr.
question?
President, in the interest of affordability with this aid package, I assume that that's something you want consumers to see before midterms next year. How quickly will that affect prices at the grocery store?
Well, I think the prices are going to be going down already. I mean, the prices are way down. We brought prices way down from what it was. We inherited high prices. We inherited the biggest inflation in the history of our country. That means prices going up. And we brought it down very substantially. Now inflation is essentially gone. We have it normalized, and it'll go down even a little bit further. You don't want it to be deflation either. You have to be careful. But we brought it way down. We had inflation that was the highest in the history of our country. They say 48 years, but I say the history. 48 years is pretty bad too, right? So we're solving those problems. We're bringing them way down. Yeah.
Would you consider MAHA incentives for farmers that go by MAHA guidelines?
Well, a lot of the farmers like those MAHA guidelines, yeah. So, I mean, they do. We like MAHA. How do you feel about that?
Let me answer that. So this is another reason, I didn't mention it, but this is another reason I think that what we're moving into is a golden age for agriculture. As Secretary Kennedy and I, and across our cabinet with the president's leadership, focusing on making America healthy again, the undergirding foundational effort in that is our agriculture industry. It is our farmers and our ranchers. So as the new dietary guidelines come out in early January, where USDA alone spends $400 million a day on nutrition programs, that's a whole other SNAP, fraud, etc. But when you think about what a market mover that is, as we begin to move the market toward more locally produced, American-made, healthier products, closer to the schools, the hospitals, etc., you again begin to open up so much of the market for the great products produced by these farmers instead of ultra-processed foods out of a box. So there's a lot that's going to be coming on that as well. I'm really excited.
I have a question. It's not related to farming, but if you'll entertain, I'm Kara from Lindell TV, Kara Cashnova, and I'm not fake news, just so you know. And everybody's talking about the pipe bomber over the weekend, the suspect that was taken into custody. I reported on Biden's kangaroo court for 4 years, and this is an important question to me. Everyone knows that J6 was a Fed's direction to set you and your supporters up. So my question is, what's your gut instinct about the new pipe bomber suspect taken into custody? Does your instinct tell you that he acted alone? And also, Mr. President, how do you feel about the lead prosecutor on the pipe bomber case? Jocelyn Ballantine is the same prosecutor that allegedly asked the J6er to lie to frame you for J6 when you did nothing wrong. What are your thoughts?
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that question. It's sort of a statement, and I appreciate it very much. Jocelyn is being looked at. They all have to be looked at. What they're doing is so bad. This was a whole Democrat hoax. The whole thing was a Democrat hoax, and it's all being looked at. I appreciate that.
Is this the final aid package, Mr. President, or is more expected? Is this the final aid package?
It depends on where we go. China's buying a lot. Other countries are buying a lot. And, the interesting thing about the farm, they don't want aid. They want to just have a level playing field.
No, please.
I've seen that more with farmers than anybody else, any other industry, right, Deb?
Right.
we've seen it more with farmers where I've had meetings like this, and primarily in the first term, and we did a great job. We turned it around. This is going to be the golden age. But the farmers don't want aid. They want to have a level playing field, because if they have a level playing field, they'll do better than anybody else. They're better than anybody else. Our product is incredible. Our machinery is incredible, right? I mean, we do have the best machines. It's a very big statement I made, though, the environmental excess that...
I love the way you said that, and it's true. Not only the farmers, but all of us in America, bro, we don't need any kind of upper hand or any kind of aid or anybody to come, help us dude, we just give us a level playing field and we'll crush. That's all we want, bro. Just give us a level playing field and we'll play the game. We'll work. We'll do it. We'll put it together. Just let us have a equal field, bro. That's it. Don't go giving all this extra help to other people and then, putting us down and, charging crazy taxes or putting crazy policies or hardcore loopholes or like with the housing where they make you go through all these things just to build a house and all this kind of level the playing field. Like EPA is nuts. Just make things level and we'll do great. We don't need any helping hand.
We have put onto our tractors and all of our machinery. Do you all agree with that, by the way?
Oh, yes.
You don't
It's got to go.
It doesn't do anything except make the machines break all the time.
Yeah.
And I must say, I like to buy old machinery. I said, buy old, because it's better. The new stuff is terrible. It never works. Never works.
Mr. President, you said you would have no...
Not only is old machinery the machinery that lasts longer, but is just fun to use, man. That's why I drive stick shift cars, manual cars. I like it. I like the engagement. I love using machinery, using tools, using mechanical things. I like the experience of using classic machinery too.
Yeah, listen to
Mr.
this.
President, you said you would have no problem with releasing the full video of that strike on September 2nd off the coast of Venezuela. Secretary Hegseth now says...
You said that. I didn't say that. This is ABC fake news.
You said that you would have no problem releasing the full bit. Okay, well, Secretary Hegseth...
Whatever Hegseth wants to do is okay with me.
He now says it's under review. Are you ordering the Secretary to release that full video?
Whatever he decides is okay with me. So every boat we knock out of the water, every boat we save 25,000 American lives.
Let's go, bro.
That was a boat loaded up with drugs. I saw the video. They were trying to turn the boat back to where it could float. And we didn't want to see that because that boat was loaded up with drugs just like everything else. But every boat we shoot down, and I don't know if you know, we're 92 or 90.
Give the drugs to the fishes, bro. Don't import them to our country, bro. Give it to the fish.
4% down in drugs coming in by the sea. And we're trying to find who are the 6%. Because
69 Firebird, bro. Damn, bro. Is it black? Do you have a big eagle on the front, on the hood? I love it, dude.
I don't know, people aren't liking to drive boats right now loaded up with drugs. But every single, think of that, every single boat we shoot out on...
Ooh, 67 Chevelle. I like that too. Those are fun, dude.
Average, we save 25,000 American lives. Do you feel okay about that, Cord?
Keep us
Yeah, I'll take a call in.
safe.
Okay.
I got a haircut I got to get to. I got to probably get off in like 10, 15 minutes, but yeah, I'll take a call.
I know my man. What about you, Bill? Are you okay with that?
I'm totally fine with that.
Hell yeah, bro. 70 Nova. Nice, dude. Nice. Beautiful.
Didn't I just tell you that?
You said that it was
You're
up
the
to
most
Secretary Hegseth.
obnoxious reporter in the whole place. Let me just tell you, you are an obnoxious, a terrible, actually a terrible. I know my man. What about you, Bill? Are you okay with that?
I'm totally fine with
Are you
that.
committed to releasing the full video?
Didn't I just tell you that?
You said that it was
You're
up
the
to
most
Secretary Hegseth.
obnoxious reporter in the whole place. Let me just tell you, you are an obnoxious, actually a terrible reporter. And it's always the same thing with you. I told you, whatever Pete Hegseth wants to do is okay with me.
I love it. He says, you're the most obnoxious reporter.
And I just have a quick question. There's at least 20 House Republicans who have either said they're going to retire or not run again. Do you have any concerns about the
And Democrats
Right.
also.
Do you have
Well,
any
why don't you mention them? How many Democrats are going to retire? How many Democrats?
Well, that's what I was going to
No,
ask.
no,
Do
but
you
why
have
don't you
any
tell me the
concerns?
number of Democrats? Do you tell
Are
me
you
that?
concerned about the narrow margins? And
No, I'm not concerned. I think we're going to do well.
retire or
Watch
not
this.
run.
Listen to this.
that.
She says there's 12 Republicans or 20 Republicans gonna retire. Listen to what
Every
he says.
single boat we shoot out, on average,
Listen
we
to
save
this.
25 quarter in the whole place. Let me just tell you, you are an obnoxious, a terrible reporter, and it's always the same thing with you.
Go.
I told you, whatever Pete Hegseth wants to do is okay with me.
And I just have a quick question. There's at least 20 House Republicans who have either said they're going to retire or not run again. Do you have any concerns about the
And Democrats
Right.
also.
Do you have
Well,
any
why don't you mention them? How many Democrats are going to retire? How many Democrats?
Well, that's what I was going to
No,
ask.
no,
you.
but
Do
why
have
don't you
any
tell me the number of
concerns?
Democrats too? You
Well,
tell
are
me
you
about.
concerned about the narrow margins? And
No, I'm not concerned. I think we're going to do well.
Among them, and,
We will have the
National
greatest
candidate
economy.
Bruce Blakeman, who you know as well, is considering running for
We're going to have the
governor.
greatest economy in history. How many Democrats are retiring? How come you only know the Republicans but not the Democrats?
I love this, bro. Thank God we have this wonderful, the Great White Hope, bro.
The Great White Hope.
Thank God, bro. Oh my God, man. I love it, dude. Imagine. Guys, I always tell you this, and I'm going to remind you one more time, and I'll keep doing it going forward. Remember these moments. We've never had a president like this. Remember this. Remember these moments. Right now, look at what's around you. Look at me. And remember, you can say, dude, I remember I was watching a live stream. Donald Trump is just going off on these reporters. He is talking right back to them. Dude, it's so good, bro. Give it to him, bro. Let's go.
I'm here to ask you a question about.
No, you're unprepared because you should know the Democrats. You're totally unprepared. Go ahead.
You know, you're unprepared. I love it.
Can I ask a quick follow-up about? I'm with New York Newsday, and I also have a quick follow-up. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik is among those who is running for New York
great.
governor.
She's great.
Bruce Blakeman, who you also know,
He's
is
also
Democrat.
great.
Are you planning on making any
Well, I'll
endorsements
think
or
about
having
it,
any
but
choices?
he's great and she's great. They're both great people. We have a lot of great people in the Republican Party. Go ahead.
Can I get back to farming?
Yeah.
So you talked about the profitability issue, the machinery playing a role in that. And fertilizer plays a
Bro, I almost feel bad, bro. That reporter just got hammered, bro. Hammered. Crushed, bro. Wow.
another role now. A lot of that, the way I understand it, it comes in from
When she gets back to her media company or whatever it is that she's from, she's gonna get, dude, she's gonna be like, what the hell happened to you, dude? You went all the way up to ask Trump questions. He called on you. You started, and then you died out. What happened?
from Canada, different countries like that. What are we doing to bolster domestic fertilizer production to help make that more affordable?
User says, I have a 68 Mustang and a 69 Camaro, beautiful cars. I had a 66 Mustang the second year they came out with the 3 lines on the side. And I loved it. Wonderful car. I restored a lot of it and made it beautiful and sold it. I wish I still had it. I had a Mach 1. But your 68 and 69 are beautiful. I love that 68 that year for the Mustang is a great look.
And then I think that will transition
Well, one
down
of
the
the things,
pipeline.
a lot of it does come in from Canada. And so we'll end up putting very severe tariffs on that if we have to, because that's the way you want to bolster here. And we can do it here. We can all do that here. But I would say what you do, you put very severe tariffs on from coming into other countries. You'll be making your own fertilizer. Right?
In fact, Secretary Burgum, this cabinet is so remarkable. Instead of just seeing each
Produce what they, but I want to see stopped. We, as you know, in case I can get it.
I want to hear about Somalia, bro. What? How about you guys? You guys want to hear about Somalia?
Are you going to let that happen on your watch?
What I'm
of next year?
You're talking about because Obamacare is so bad?
Yes. Well,
Record year.
do you support the Paramount deal, sir? On healthcare, Mr. President, 22 million Americans are expected to see their healthcare insurance premiums start to rise by the beginning of next year.
You're talking about because Obamacare is so bad?
Yes, well, sir, because the Obamacare subsidies are expiring. Are you going to do any?
Because Obamacare is so bad.
Random with your Ford Festiva, bro. What are you saying, bro? Come on, Random. You had a Ford Festiva? Dang, dude.
What is the Republican plan? Are you going to let that happen on your watch?
What I'm going to do is, if the Democrats go along with it, which they don't want to because they want to make the insurance companies very rich, okay? I want the money to be paid to the people to go out and buy their own health care instead of paying to the, the insurance companies, their stock has gone up 1,700% in a short period of time. Did you know that? 1,700. You wish your corn went up. But the insurance companies' stock has gone up by 1,700%, 1,800%. They're taking in trillions of dollars. I don't want to pay the insurance companies anything. And I know a lot of them, but they're owned by the Democrats. And the Democrats have, Obamacare is a setup to make insurance companies rich. And I want...
Straight up, bro. Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, you mean the Unaffordable Care Act was set up to make insurance companies rich, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to pay the people, and I want the people to go out and buy their own health care. And that's what we want to do, and that's what the Republicans want to do, because Obamacare is a disaster. And I said it 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It was always a disaster. It's bad health care that's too expensive for people. And now your premiums, and you said it better than I said it. You said the Obamacare premiums are going to go up. They're going way up. And what I want to do is have the money.
Up,
and you know who's getting that money?
And they're already way too high.
A lot of it is the insurance companies. I want the people to get the money and go out and buy their own health care. And everybody wants that. Right? Okay.
When Mr. President's put that bill on the floor.
Jonas, Tariq Muhammad, probably.
Any reaction on the fine that was imposed to X?
Oh, bro.
To the platform X, the fine
that was pretty amazing. You're talking about, is that European Union or is it, who did that? European Union or UK?
The European Commission.
Whoa, that's a nasty one.
I don't know.
Elon has not called me to ask for help on that one. But no, that's a tough thing.
Germany should want their country back, bro. Germany went from Nazis and Hitler and all that stuff to all of a sudden becoming super woke and gave up their country. They laid on their backs and gave their country up to the wokies. Dude, you need to find some kind of middle ground and get your country back, man. Same thing as England, France, and half the other countries in Europe.
I don't think it's right. No, I don't think it's right. I don't see, how they can do that. No, I'll speak about it later. I'm going to get a full report on it. Look, Europe has to be very careful. They're doing a lot of things. We want to keep Europe. Europe is going in some bad directions. It's very bad.
We just talked about it. Now Trump is talking about it, bro. Exactly. Look at it. Look. Europe is going in a bad direction, dude.
Very bad for the people. We don't want Europe to change so much. They're going in some very bad directions. That was a big thing.
You directed a review of the childhood vaccine schedule, possibly to match what is on par with peer nations in Europe. Would you support ending federal mandates and just making those recommendations for schools?
You're going to have to say it again.
As far as the vaccine
louder.
As far as the vaccine schedule for children, would you support ending the federal mandates and making it optional for schools?
Well, we're looking at a lot of things having to do with vaccines and with the different. I think we take like 88 different.
Let's go, baby! 12K
shots all wrapped up in one.
I think we're gonna have to wait for tonight for 12K. We'll do another one of these tonight, and we'll hit 12K, bro. But right now we're at what were we at? We're at 11,848. And climbing, dude, thank you guys so much, bro. We did probably 100 follows just on this stream alone, so that's solid, dude.
Big glass of stuff like that, and we're going to be reducing it.
With sleigh rails?
Their own health care through an account. They can buy their own health care, and everybody loves it, except for people love it. I want the money to go for health care, to go to the people and let the people buy their own health care through an account. They can buy their own health care.
Interesting. He's giving us little hints on what he's thinking for medical for healthcare, dude. We'll see what happens. I want to see a plan come out. User says yes. Let's talk about Somalia. We got time, bro. We need to talk about Somalia. Let's go. Come on, Trump.
And everybody loves it, except it's a horrible thing. It makes it impossible to New Jersey or in California, a U.S. attorney or a judge. I mean, a judge situation is ridiculous. The only people that you can get by are Democrats because they will put a hold on it. If I put up George Washington and Abraham Lincoln to be U.S. attorney in New Jersey or to be U.S. attorney in Virginia, we have Democrat senators, they will not approve them. And this is a gentleman's agreement that's lasted for too long. And it doesn't
I love it, bro. Jonas says, F the haircut, bro. Let's go. 12-hour stream, baby.
Make it, especially in light of what's going on today.
I got to do it.
It means you can't appoint a Republican U.S. attorney, and we don't play the same game with them. But they do. And I hope that somebody speaks to Senator Grassley about doing something about the blue slip. Because I'm telling you, John, I put up great people, top people, highest education, the best lawyers to be like U.S. attorney, and both senators. It only takes one, but if they're Democrat senators, they say we're not going to approve it. I had a couple of them say, "Why don't you appoint Democrats?" All because Senator Grassley, with his blue slip stuff, will not let anybody go by. By the way, the Democrats have violated the blue slip provision on numerous occasions, but we don't do it. And what it means is, I guess I just have to keep appointing people for 3 months and then just appoint another one. And it's a very sad situation. We're losing a lot of great people. We have about 7 U.S. attorneys who are not going to be able to keep their jobs much longer because of the blue slip. Because unless, I think I know why they did that, to protect their ass. Okay, that's why they did that. But it should be done away with. I want to be able to appoint the most highly educated, the most respected people. They can't keep their jobs because of the blue slips. Terrible. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. The farmers.
Okay, guys, I got one video I'm going to play for us before I go, and it's this one right here. It's right in. Oh, not that. It is right here.
If Trump had lost, there would never have been another real election again, because Trump is actually enforcing the border.
Let's see here, bro. Where can I adjust this to show our video? This is a video I just posted on my account, and I just wanted to play this because this is what we're talking about, dude, right here. Literally right now, man. This is just earlier, but also about Somalia, dude.
If Trump had lost, there would never have been another real election again, because Trump is actually enforcing the border. If you have open borders and you provide a ton of government handouts, which creates a massive financial incentive for people from other countries to come to your country, and you don't prosecute them for crime, they're going to be beholden to you, and they will vote for you. And that's why Obama and Hillary went from being against open borders to being in favor of open borders. It is a winning strategy. If they are allowed to get away with it, they will import enough voters to get supermajority voting, and then there is no turning back.
We talked about this before the election, and then
yes.
you literally pointed towards the camera, you faced the camera and said that if you do not vote now, you might not ever be able to do it again because it'll be futile. It'll be overrun.
Yes.
They'll keep the borders open for another 4 years, and their objective will be achieved.
Correct. If Trump had lost, there would never have been another.
Dude, we dodged a bullet, bro. That was a close one, man. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining the stream. I'm going to be on again later tonight. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting me. And I'm going to get off and go run to my haircut, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.